Hi everyone, this is Darwin Boston and I'm coming to you from Mahomet Seymour Junior High on this beautiful day. And the reason that I'm here today is because we are going to educate you on the referendum that is coming up on November 8th. This video that we put together with Dr. Kenny Lee is just an opportunity to educate you all so that you can make an informed decision on November 8th. If there's anything we want to make sure that you do is stop the video right now, mark your calendars to get out and vote November 8th because it's very important that we represent the community in the best way possible. So come on along with me. I'm going to have a conversation with Dr. Kenny Lee right now. It's just a few more minutes, so stick with me. Dr. Kenny Lee, how are you?
Great. How about yourself today?
Good. Welcome to Mahomet Seymour, right?
Thank you. Thank you. Excited to be here.
First year starting off good?
You bet. You bet.
Well, one of the first things that you were met with when you came to the district is facilities management, right?
Yes.
And trying to make sure that we are prepared going into the future. There's a referendum coming up, and this is the second one, right?
Yes.
So why don't you explain just briefly, if you were to meet somebody out on the street, what?
Sure. As you mentioned, we did have a referendum that didn't pass on June 28th, and a lot of the feedback that we received was that the ask was just too much. So our Board of Education at our August meeting approved a ballot question for $59.4 million, and that is to replace our Mahomet Seymour Junior High School.
Okay. So that's the building we're in right now.
Yes.
So
yes.
We're in a half classroom right now, or is this? So tell me a little bit. This is a full classroom, but it's only half the facility. Or?
Sure. So over the years, we have seen increased enrollment, and one of the measures that we've taken to combat that is to place temporary walls in 6 of our classrooms, and this happens to be one of them that we're in. So we do have a full class in here, but it is a half of a traditional classroom, space-wise.
Have trailers, right?
We have a portable classroom, a portable building behind this existing building, and there are 2 classrooms in there. So yes, we have brought in a portable. A couple other things that we've done creatively to make sure that we have space throughout the day. Our cafeteria is utilized for a few of our classes, as well as we are in the process of utilizing our wrestling room, our mat room, and that'll be utilized throughout the day periodically for classes as well.
Okay, so we're trying to keep this educational and not persuasive.
Absolutely.
What's the status of the capacity in terms of facility here? Be as objective as possible here.
Sure.
Just what are you seeing as far as the facility in today's world?
Sure. So right now, where our enrollment sits, our capacity is at a negative 278 students. So that means right now that we have 278 students more in this building than what it was originally built for, even with the additions. And that's where we've been creative. Our staff's been wonderful. Our administrative team here has worked with staff to get as creative as possible, and that's how the half classrooms have come to fruition, as well as the conversion of the wrestling room, utilizing the cafeteria, and then we've brought in the portables as well.
Okay, so we're going to go both scenarios. If this referendum passes, and you have this financial capacity to make some changes, what will this money be directly used for?
This bond referendum is to build a brand new Mahomet Seymour Junior High School on land that we have purchased a few years ago to the south of Middletown Prairie Elementary.
Okay. So we talked about if it passes, you're going to use this for a new facility that would allow some capacity. What I'd like you to do now is, this is today's world where you have the facilities that we've been given to you. If this referendum does not pass, as your first one did not, if this one is a negative or a no pass, what does that leave for you? Just use objective terms to say, what does this provide you? What is it in 5 years maybe, or using a short term but reasonable time frame? What does it look like in 4 to 5 years? Does it same as it is today, just kind of crunched?
Certainly would continue to work with our team to be as creative as possible. In my mind, the initial response would be is that we look at trying to secure more portable classrooms. Okay. The issue with that is that right now we'd probably have to work with Ameren to get another electrical leg in, yeah, sure. And then just space issues with where we would put additional portables. But we'll be creative as possible if that's the will of the taxpayers, and certainly make it work.
Well, and I think it's important that everybody has the information, which is below in the link below this video. You can click on it and get all the information you need. But when you gave me a tour of the classroom, there's 2 things that stuck out to me. Tell me if this is the 2 that stuck out to you. Number 1 is security. Right now, to get in this building, it was a little bit of a Fort Knox to get through, and having something in the back, you have to extend your secure area. And the second one was when a child needs to use the facilities for a restroom break, On a day like today, it's not a big deal. They wouldn't mind jumping outside. But in the middle of December or January, I can imagine that's a difficulty. Is there anything else we need to be aware of when it comes to the portable classrooms?
Well, Mr. Mills and his team have done a great job of making sure that our portables are secure, but it is a separate building. So that is always something as a superintendent that you keep in mind with that. Right. And then also that is an inconvenience for our students. Certainly today, probably a nice respite from the school day. You get outside, it's beautiful, but in January and February, as a principal who had portable classrooms, that does become an issue in inclement weather.
Okay. So a good portion of the audience that is watching this are those who have vested interest. And by the way, I'm asking everybody to share this video with everybody in their neighborhoods, maybe on their Facebook pages or whatever community social media we have, because I think the most important thing is that we educate people. But talk for just a minute about those people who either don't have kids in the school district or kids, maybe they're in high school, so this doesn't directly impact them. Speak to that audience for just a minute and say, why do they need to be educated, or what do they need to consider about their vote on November 8th?
Sure. Well, I think that the main thing you want to look at is what value that you have on the educational system that we have here at Mahomet Seymour. I know that a lot of families move here for the education, and certainly we have great staff, and what happens in the classroom is much more important than bricks and mortar.
Okay. So everybody wants to know, how does this impact me directly? Now, you guys have put together a tool?
Yes. On our link on our website, the November referendum link, there is a tax calculator tool, so you can get down to the brass tacks on what, sorry for the pun there, but you can really dial in exactly how this referendum would affect your tax bill.
Well, Dr. Lee, I will say that this is, as a business owner in the community and an active participant in the community, the schools are certainly a viable part in the health of it. Any last words you want to share with those voting on November 8th, no matter who they are?
I just encourage everyone to go to our website and to click on the link of the November referendum and just become as informed as possible and make the decision that's best for their household.
The most important thing, and the only persuasive thing I'm going to say here today, is mark your calendars, please. November 8th. Midterms are always hard to get people to show up for elections, but I think this is one of those that's so important to the future of Mahomet that your voice is heard after it's fully educated, and that's the intent of today's video, right?
Yes, sir. Just inform our taxpayers and appreciate everything they do.
Thank you for leading the efforts.
Thank you.
Yeah.